In this book, it lists all the things that we often are conflicted about. Am I a good enough parent? Am I a good enough partner? Am I a good enough friend, child, whatever it is? One of them in the top 5 is, am I kind enough? Am I a nice enough person? And I think generally most people are nice just by default, you know what I mean? I think most people are. It's harder and harder to work out whether you're a nice person anymore. Life will sometimes give you a kick in the arse, you know? I remember last year my wife booked us a weekend in Venice. Absolutely beautiful, stunning. I mean, boring, but beautiful. Venice, I mean. And we were, hey, come on. Hey, you're better than that, come on. We were wandering through the Piazza San Marco, the centre of Venice, on all the postcards, hand in hand, having a lovely romantic time. There's thousands of years' worth of architecture and artwork, and the sun is beaming down, and people are having a beautiful time. And I'm like a helpful bloke, annoyingly so. You know, if you need help with a buggy up some steps, luggage down some steps, a lift door leaving open, I'm your guy, I'm always there. And as I'm walking through the centre of Venice, I spot, through the crowd, an Indian family, about 6 or 7, and there's another Indian fella, and he's taking a picture in front of a beautiful bit of architecture. So I just see some people in need, so I have a little wander over. I said, excuse me, mate, excuse me. I said, do you want to take a picture of all of you together? And he said, what? Quite rudely, and I was taken aback. I said, do you want to take a picture of you and your family all together? And he said, and I'll never forget it, he said, that's not my family. He said, I was just walking past and he asked me to take a photo for him. I was like, how's this happened, eh? I was trying to be nice and now I'm a racist? In the end, I confessed it to my friend, Steve. I said, I need to get this off my chest. He said, oh, good. I'm glad you told me that, mate, because something happened to me recently I've not been able to tell anybody. I said, well, tell me, and then I'll tell it on telly, probably. So this is what happened to my mate Steve. Steve lives in South Manchester, a very multicultural area, the sort of place you can't get through the day without respecting people's viewpoints and beliefs in things. It's one of the things that makes it a special place to live. And he's gone to use a cash machine. And when he gets there, there is a man already using the cash machine. 6 foot behind the man, so quite the distance, there is a woman waiting a turn. So Steve comes over, he's not exactly sure what's going on, because that's quite a distance for a queue. So he just says to the lady, excuse me, are you in the queue for the cash machine? And she answers very politely as well. She says, I am, yes. She says, I'm Nigerian, and my religious beliefs are that because I don't know this man and I'm unmarried and we're not related, this is the distance that I feel safe and respectful to what I believe in. So because Steve's a very thoughtful person, he then stands 6 foot away from her. I mean, that's a 12-foot 3-person queue out of nowhere. Your man gets his money and he wanders off. The woman moves to the machine to do her money business. Steve then occupies the space that she was formerly in, still adhering to this 6-foot rule. A couple of seconds pass and another man comes over. He doesn't know what's going on with this queuing system. So he says to Steve, excuse me, mate, you in the queue for the cash machine? And Steve goes to explain, but he is not loaded with all the information. And these are the words that come out of his face. I am, yeah, but I'm standing here because she's Nigerian. Even when you're trying to be nice, man. It's a bloody minefield out there. I've got the 2 5-year-olds, they're great. I've got this other daughter, that's what I call her.